Hello and welcome to Wild Logic. I'm Glow, and this is a collective reading to get those juices flowing, to get that energy moving. So there's a lot of ways to use tarot. Here at Wild Logic, we are using it to create a energy structure, a pattern that you can follow to shift. Okay, I could say heal, but healing is actually just one dimension of what's possible for you here today. And the message of today is, this is it. You are here now. Tap into your creative power. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords. And this means we are moving on to a new direction. We have the Four of Wands, creating community and alignment. We have the Ace of Swords, insight, and the Four of Cups, which is about seeing that we're not missing out. The Knight of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Page of Swords. So there's a lot of learning happening here. Four of Swords, resting. This is just like an initial read to get us started, but I want you to know that this creative power of now, this present moment that we are sharing, and I am so grateful to have you here, is the moment that you can shift your energy. I'm Glow. I am new to this channel here, but I've been practicing energy medicine, healing, media art, educating, doing real world stuff with these principles and Taoist principles for a long time, and I've seen it happen. So a lot of this comes down to what we believe and understand and how we use our energy. And I invite you all to come on in and get some good vibes. I see the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck here as I say that, and Seven of Wands, because, we do at times need to protect ourselves to get this going. So, throw up a little bit of a bubble of self-awareness where you are allowing yourself fully connect to this message here. I'm thinking of Uri Geller, who used to do old school television healings, just wild stuff. But there is so much truth to it because we are beings of story and energy and consciousness. And no one knows for certain how this universe works, but we keep discovering more about it every day. And it's just a wild, fascinating place. And here at this channel, we want to help you tap into your fullest potential. So if you're enjoying this so far, hit the like button, subscribe, stick around. Let's get this reading going. Okay. Ooh, right in the beginning, we have death. And death is awesome. Not just because I'm a Scorpio and, that's my deal, but also because transformation, it's how we enter into this moment, right? Perhaps some folks out there need to shed that skin. And once you do that, this is the overlay, the Two of Cups, this present moment, this emotion of being, this emotion of the ocean. I also happen to live near the ocean, a body of water. And, that also is the Scorpio energy, is water. So there's a lot of water, a lot of emotional energy coming in. And that is how we really start to enter the present, is through our emotions, tapping into that creative power, that creative emotional power, because emotions is what helps us create. And so the message for us in the physical is to go within, to go in that journey into the interior, to enter this now, is really what the Hermit's about. So that's right on track. Let's see what the mental emotional message is. Oh, cool. Balance, temperance. Okay. And so by balancing the mind and the emotions, it's going to allow us to enter the now, right? This is the portal. By becoming calm and pleasant within, to witness, to become that witness, we can start to see what our inner state is. Here we have the Knight of Cups in the realm of story. And this is a message of new emotions, of a new way of being in the world. And again, this Four of Swords is coming up. along with a few other cards that I'm not going to put in because I think they're a little bit behind this for us. The reason we're resting is because we're getting a new message. And so this is the energetic realm, and it's bringing in this restful energy. And I don't know about anyone else out there, but I've definitely been chilling today as this new story, this new energy is coming in. And as I'm going within to really start to see and balance myself. We have the Page of Swords here. And that's the message. We have the Four of Cups, and that is about being afraid of missing out by taking this rest. Don't worry about it. It can't be everywhere. FOMO it's just, you can't miss out. There's nothing that you need to do or be. But if you're not aligned within, if you're not taking this time to do this hermit walk and balance your mind and emotions and get this new message, you're not going to be able to heal this heart wound that is keeping you separate from the now. The reason we distract ourselves, have a variety of addictions, is because there are unhealed parts of ourselves that we don't want to face. And that is what is basically keeping us completely separate from ourselves. So that all makes a lot of sense. Let's get some messages from the Sacred Creators deck here. Changemaker, make waves. So you're making these waves within, right? But they're ultimately creating this balance by things shifting and moving and rebalancing. I'm hearing that there were blockages, emotional blockages, that now that the blockages are cleared, the water rushes in and rebalances. And this is why we have to rest right now, because these rebalancing takes some time. We have Creator Fire. So the path of fire being energy and emotion, it moves very quickly. And it helps us unstick the stuck within us, right? Which is really essential. And we have Creative Earth. So we have fire and earth here working together. And as a unit, it shows that your soul shines. This is ultimately what is coming through here, is that through the balancing of the fire and the earth and the water and the air, which is really all represented in here, it's going to let you shine in this moment. Become fully present. Become fully present. Interesting. We're going to add another layer. And the death transformation is what is unsticking that stuck. We are ready for it. And we are ready to let that Two of Cups energy enter. But we have to make space. And what is going to help us make these waves and changes is the guide. The guides that we have, in whatever way you look at the world, these guides can be, our higher selves, our intuition, our instincts, our subconscious. No matter how you see the world, even if it's quite scientific, you can start to see that there is this guidance available to help us shift and change and grow. Perhaps it's even someone like a therapist, a counselor, a coach. And then we have the Spy Master, knowledge and distrust. And so the thing about information knowledge these days, it's kind of a wild world, right? And people who have certain kinds of knowledge are put on a pedestal, and other types of knowledge just by simply paying attention to how the world operates. And this has come up for me a handful of times where I can actually just observe how people operate, by slowing down and paying attention. And then also pay attention to just how physical things work. I was able to shift some processes to a much better state, but it made people a little confused and distrustful because although it was right in front of them, it didn't occur to anyone to address it directly and head on. And it was because of that attention to detail and, really wanting things to come out well that process was able to be shifted. Now, as much as that was easy for me, there are other areas of my life that I really am stuck, right? We all have gifts. We all have insights. We all have things that we are natural to or feel safe doing, even if it's not natural for us. So this is really calling you to become fully present and start to take responsibility for who you really are. What details can you really pay attention to right now in the world? People's authentic gifts are being called forward right now. What you can do without even trying. What is your inherent nature? That is your responsibility. That is what you are grounded in very deeply. This is what you've spent your time on earth crafting, even if it's not fully conscious. Because we have a hard time seeing ourselves, and that is part of our responsibility. And there is a level of expectation that when people come to life on this planet and go through the trials and tribulations that they may or may not go through, that there are going to be repercussions. And those repercussions are going to shift the people that go through those challenges. So you're born, you go through challenges because of the structure that it is. That will change you. And that is the design. You're supposed to be changed because then it is your responsibility to act on that. Right out of the gate, we have the owl, clairvoyance, abundance. So these gifts that are within you are so present, but you have to come fully into this moment in order to activate them. You can't be partially present and experience them. You will not shine without being divine, aka present. And here we have the dragon, and this is the death of the ego. Just seeing beauty in the world in all its ways and forms. And the fish has been coming out quite a bit lately. The fish represents a slippery nature. And the spider represents Dharma. And I'm going to read more about all of these because these cards are what is going to be giving us guidance for this journey that we're on here. They're going to give guidance to all of us of what kinds of energies and processes are going to help us now. And the dragonfly. Yes, this journey to our authentic self through the now. Let's start with the owl here. Abundance, clairvoyant, treasures. The owl is a mysterious and otherworldly creature found in folklore from east to west. The white owl in this particular deck is the companion of the goddess Lakshmi and represents wealth, beauty, and good fortune. When the owl card appears, it's an omen that a boon or treasure is on the way, either in spiritual or material form. With owl wisdom on your side, you will see and know exactly what to do with this boon, how it can further serve your dharma and bring abundance to the world. Trust that the wellspring of treasures is infinite. When in balance, generous, trusting, secure. When out of balance, money quarrels and scarcity. To bring into balance, an offering. Let's take a look at the spider. Creator of prosperity, more prosperity here, my friends, through life's work and dharma. So this is the offering, and this actually lines exactly up to what was just being said and channeled through here. Is the spider and the owl are the same. You know, life's dharma will bring abundance. Being your true self will bring abundance. Tapping into that gift of insight will bring abundance. But abundance that's one way, that's just for one, is not true abundance. But that's a larger topic. The spider is an ingenious creator. Its greatest gift is weaving the thread of dharma into a vast, intricate web that supports the spider and those around them, both financially and spiritually. It is hard work, but the spider neither tries nor becomes impatient. Tires or becomes impatient. This card reminds us creativity is everywhere. Be process-oriented rather than results-oriented, and soon your work becomes like the weaving of a magical, priceless tapestry. Abundance follows. And to some extent, this can be applied to many things. Perhaps your dharma is kindness. That can be brought into many environments, even though the challenge of that might be quite steep. But a challenge can be great, you know? So to bring into balance playful creativity, that's fun. Okay, let's check out the dragonfly. Master of light, illusion, and the mind. The dragonfly is an ancient and ethereal creature that awakens a sense of wonder in all. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind, as it is always moving, shifting, shimmering, and changing. When the dragonfly card appears, it's worth considering the quality of your mind and perception. Is it restless or still, dreamlike or crystal clear? The situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance. The dragonfly reminds us to calm the mind so the light of wisdom can shine through. When in balance, sees clearly, joyful, magical. When out of balance, can't concentrate, busy mind. To bring into balance, focus on the breath. Yeah. So to calm the mind, that is that Four of Swords energy. Rest, reflect, see things clearly. And the fish is bringing in some water energy. Restlessness, change of focus, lost in the current. The fish loves to be subsumed in life's current. Nothing pleases it more than movement, and more movement. The roaming lifestyle of the fish may be exhilarating for a while, but it usually leads to weariness and slippery relationships. With all the possibilities out there in the vast waters, the fish becomes lost without clear goals and intentions. Spend some time with the lunar forces, dear fish, as the peace and calm of the moon will soothe your soul. When in balance, adaptable and travels well. When out of balance, distracted, changes mind often. To bring into balance, set a small goal and accomplish. So even just starting with a little bit of nowness, you know, can you be in the now for like 5 seconds? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right? And, you know, media, our consumption of media has really affected that. So life's current, and you can even think of current as the current of media. We are restless. We're always searching and moving, never resting to fully digest. So these are both about trying to get more present. Dragon, seeing one's most true self, balancing the ego. The dragon sees everything. Its essence has been with us since before our first breath, and will be here at our last. It watches us navigate the external world as well as our inner world. When dragon energy is awakened, we are courageous, visionary, and can easily drop into witness consciousness. It is almost as if we are traveling with a great friend inside of ourselves. When we look in the mirror, deep into our eyes, we may even glimpse the self behind the self, the one who is watching us. This is the power of the dragon breathing transformative fire into every cell of our body. Witnessing this omnipotent energy, even for a brief moment, helps us surrender and let go. We let the dragon guide us. We hop on its back for a ride, and we traverse even the most difficult terrain. The dragon's eyes see beauty everywhere. It is said that if a yogi does not see beauty in the world, their Aini is dim. Aini is described as inner fire or sacred intelligence. May even just the mention of the dragon stir the embers of the intelligence within you. So what I'm getting here with this dragon is as we journey inward with the hermit here, we take this responsibility to go deep inside of ourselves and ground, that we will be facing our own egos. And the fun paradox is when we look at ourselves, what do we see? Do we see beauty or ugliness? Even the ego, the judgmental ego, is part of the beauty of this world. The way the world functions and frictions, it's all designed. And this ties back into this idea of the challenges in our life are designed to give us this transformation, to make waves, to shift, to transform, and become more present. And that is the message for today. And just one more time, this is it. You are here now. Tap into your creative power, my friends. I really appreciate your presence here. If you enjoyed this reading or found use in it, please like, subscribe, share it with a friend. And until next time, my fellow travelers, be well.